Hi, today we're going to take a look at the Alta Rise 45 by Vanguard. This is a part of a new series by Vanguard, and it's going to be the first out of 2 bags by this company that we're going to look at. So let's start. Vanguard has been known in the camera industry for many years for its unique pistol grip heads. Recently, the company decided to make some changes, expand and create new lines of products. We got our first glimpse of those in Photokina 2016, and a few months later, we became one of the first websites in the world to try out 2 of the company's newest photography bags. The one that we shall be reviewing today is part of a new all-around photo bag series called Alta Rise, designed for different types of shooters, with plenty of room for both camera gear and personal equipment. The Alta Rise 45 is the mid-size version with the larger Alta Rise 48, which can easily hold a DJI Mavic drone, plus some photo gear as well, and a smaller Alta Rise 43 sling bag. We had a long talk with Vanguard's new camera bag product manager, who was responsible for the creation of the Alta Rise series. Coming from Kata, which is now sadly gone, we had a long track record with her, and as we will see later on in this review, we definitely feel that with this new design, she was able to surpass anything that she has done previously, which certainly says a lot given her track record. The Alta Rise 45 is a mid-sized bag which weighs just under 1.5 kilograms or 3.3 pounds, but actually feels lighter. This bag is very well made, the stitching is excellent, and the materials remind me a bit of one of my all-time favorite small bags from Kata, but it has a honeycomb pattern and feels like it will be significantly more water resistant than the old Kata bag was. One place where you can actually feel just how much thought was given to the material on this bag is the right side pocket. Unlike many other bags, including much more expensive ones, which use thin fabric here, the Vanguard designers chose a much more expensive, thick but stretchy material that will probably not tear down easily like some side pockets on other bags. Compartments is where the Alta Rise 45 really shines. We have not seen any mid-sized camera bag with so many storage options, and it can even compete with some larger bags in this respect. Let me try and go over all of these compartments one by one. On the front you have a small pocket for keys and other small size items. Above it on the top you have a somewhat larger pocket which can hold a mid-sized wallet. Sadly, it can't hold a 5-inch or larger smartphone, which would have been great. Another pocket on the front allows you to get into the tablet compartment inside the bag if you just want to quickly access it without opening the bag larger gear compartment. We'll get back into this later. On the right you have the nice pocket made out of the thick stretchy material that we mentioned before. It can hold a water bottle, even a 1.5 liter water bottle will hold, and it has a top strap to lock it down in place. The really cool thing Vanguard done on this side is make a pocket which holds a heavy-duty tripod holder. This is fantastic since on many other bags, the side pocket simply can't hold the tripod legs for a long time without breaking apart, especially legs with spikes. This pocket is made from very heavy-duty fabric and has a Velcro strap for keeping your tripod secure, and even a small attachment that holds the pocket in place. Really high attention to details here. One thing to keep in mind, if you have a tripod on one side and an empty or almost empty bag, it will tend to pull to one side. It isn't anything special, it's just physics, but remember that when you are arranging your bag with a tripod. On the left side of the bag you have the quick draw slot, which allows you to put your bag on the left shoulder and draw your camera quickly. This isn't as quick and useful as the rotation mechanism on some of Mindshift's bags. It is still pretty quick though. Above the quick draw zipper you also have a pocket for the included rain cover, which is really nice. The final pocket is hidden in the back of the bag. This is a small pocket that can hold things that you don't want to get stolen, such as a passport or money, and it is really thoughtful addition to the bag. The 2 main compartments of the bag are the camera gear and personal gear compartments. Let's take a closer look at both of them. The personal gear compartment is on the top of the bag. It has 2 mesh net pockets on the back, and you can rearrange the bottom and make it larger if you have more personal gear and less camera gear. You can see some of the stuff that we have been able to squeeze inside. The camera gear compartment is relatively large for a mid-size bag. You can easily put inside a mid-size body with a 24 to 70mm lens and 4 mid-size lenses as well. A Pro DSLR with a 70 to 200mm might squeeze in barely, but if this is your setup, you will probably want to go with a larger Alta Rise 48 anyway. A nice touch in the gear compartment is the strap that prevents the camera from moving or falling out of the bag. It can be removed if it bothers you or used in a different way if you wish. On the cover of the camera gear compartment you have two padded pockets, a smaller one for a tablet and a larger one for a laptop. We had no problem with our Lenovo Yoga Pro 2 tablet, which has a 13.3-inch display. A 14-inch laptop should also fit, but beyond that you might need a larger version. A cool feature we discovered is that you can pull the laptop from the personal gear compartment and you don't need to open the camera gear one for that. Really nice. It would be even nicer if it had a Velcro holder like the tablet pocket has, so the laptop won't fall when you open the cover of the gear compartment. Another neat thing that this bag has is an extra zipper on the front called +6, which expands or reduces the volume of the bag, giving it a little extra depth in case you're carrying some taller gear inside or a thicker laptop. The bag has a very nice back system made with air-breathing material, which should prevent sweating to some degree. The back straps are also made in this way, and they are also fairly comfortable for women with larger chest area, or at least that is what our wife told us after using the bag for a while. The bag has belt straps and chest straps. The belt straps are tucked away in the back system. We highly suggest that you release them and secure them every time you walk more than a few minutes with the bag. The chest straps also help on longer walks with heavier gear. As always, be sure to fit all the straps to your height and size. Initially the bag didn't sit well on our lower back, but after playing with the straps, things got much better. Note that the belt strap is not padded. It didn't bother us so far, but maybe with the longer walks with heavier gear it might. However, we guess that there is so much that you can add into one mid-size bag, especially for the price. The bag has a really nice top handle which is really well padded. This is great, and even much more expensive camera bags don't always come with such padding. We would also suggest to Vanguard to add another simpler, less padded and smaller handle or loop which can be used to hang the bag from a hanger. These heavily padded ones do not always hold well on small hangers, and it is in this case that the bag might simply fall. So let's try and sum things up. We're extremely impressed with what Vanguard did with the Alta Rise 45. This mid-size bag has anything a full day out shooter might want. It has plenty of room for camera gear with quick draw options, spacious personal compartment for some extra stuff, a padded tablet and laptop pockets, and a full host of smaller external pockets just in case. Besides that, you also have an innovative tripod mounting pocket, a rain cover, and an extending gear compartment in case you need just a little bit more extra room. With all of that going for it, you might have thought that this is either poorly made or going to be super expensive. Well, we are happy to report that it is actually extremely well made with very good fabrics and great finish, and it is also very affordable at just under $100, which is just terrific price even for a much simpler bag at this size. So, are there any drawbacks to the bag? Well, we have to be super picky here, but besides some of the small things that we have already mentioned, a pocket that can hold both our wallet and our smartphone would be great, and maybe a way to carry a water bottle with a tripod would also be on our wish list, although it would make the already complex design of this bag even more complex. Regardless of all this nitpicking, we can highly recommend the Alta Rise 45, and we will be looking at another one of Vanguard's new bags later on this year, and can't wait to see how it functions in the field. So this was our look at the Alta Rise 45 by Vanguard. You can read the full review on lensvid.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.